Okay, so welcome back, guys. So using the Nikon now. So just got to Dad's house. Wi-Fi was not working at Walmart, so screw that. Didn't want to waste any time. So the hood is open on the EM1. So let's get some engine bay shots. So first thing I'm going to have to do is pull off these 10mm bolts. So I'm missing one there. I'm going to get this off, pull spark plugs out of it. First, I'm going to let it cool down, and after it cools down, I'm going to pull the plugs out of them, gap them. I have NGK plugs. So what I'm going to do while I'm letting it cool down, as you can see, my garage is a mess, so I cannot get everything in here, but this seat has to go in the car, and I also have the rear seats, which I am not using yet. I have the lower cushion in. I will show you guys that, but I do not have the back part in yet. Focus. There is the rear seat, red stitching. One FG2 seat installed, FG2 steering wheel. The focus is kind of slow. So that's where I'm at currently with the car. I'm going to get things set up, and that way I can show you how I'm going to go about installing these. So once you unlock your back seat, over here you should see two brackets. You don't want to break those loose. They're not real tight. And then we're going to spin them out of there. Your cloth, you can loosen these two bolts. So I'm going to finish that out. I'm going to get this seat out, and then I'm going to take this seat out, and then after that, show you guys exactly how to go about putting these FG2 seats in to match these front FG2 seats. So the back seat is out. This bracket was holding in the middle to this. There's a rubber grommet that goes in there. Once you loosen the two over here, and then two from the seat here, then pull out a 10 from this side, it will allow the whole back seat to come out. So now that we got that out, I can go along with trying to figure out what it's going to take to get the FG2 seat. Before I start on this any further, let me show you what I figured out. Okay, so this bolt, you can't use the factory bolt that came in that out of this car. You have to use the one out of these. I found a bolt to fit that. This bracket is off the 99 to 2000 SI seat, which I can use, and the holes do line up, but we're going to have to grind off this, or I believe this seat's going to stick out way further than what it should, and the bolts aren't going to want to go in. So we're going to do some grinding on that. So I think this may be sufficient enough, hopefully. So we get the piece grinded down. It's fairly flat. Hopefully that'll be enough to bolt it up. I took the good old cutting wheel to it, finished it off with the bench grinder there. So I'm just gonna head back to the car. By the way, guys, I am loving this Nikon D500, even though I haven't got to edit it yet, see what this looks like, how the sound is. But I pretty well know that this is going to work great. So far, just from what I see on the screen of recording, everything looks 10 times better. So let's get this bracket test fitted, bolted in, and okay, right into another issue, guys. The next thing you're gonna want to do after you get the bracket where it'll sit flat is you're gonna want to hollow out these holes with the drill, because the bolts that fit into the threads on the back of the FG2 seats will not fit in the back of the SI seat brackets. I did have to basically grind that down. Honestly, if you could just grind it 100% flush where there's like a slot all the way through here, would be ideal, but I don't want to go through that much trouble right now, maybe later. So I'm going to slot these out real quick, make these holes a little bigger with the drill hopefully, and go ahead and get this bracket installed. I'm an idiot. So I didn't need to mess with that bracket at all. So it literally goes this way, and if I use the one off the seat, the holes are big enough. So what I need to do is, I figured out you can't bolt it to the seat first. So I'm gonna have to bolt it down right here. So it just kind of sets in there. Honestly, I don't even think it's got a specific way because it rocks. So you're gonna want to grab your bolt that fits, press it through the hole, and we're just gonna spin that bad boy. This one has a lock washer. Spinner in there. You're gonna take a 12mm and you'll crank down on it. And there's a plastic washer in here. And what that plastic washer will do is, even when the seat or this bolt is all the way tightened, that's plenty right here. Just gonna take 2 bolts. And you're just gonna want to go ahead and put them in the back of the seat. So I got those tightened up, and then you're just gonna take the Velcro, latch back over there. See, on this side, bracket doesn't really line up. It did until I bolted it through. Basically, what's different there is going to be the widths. These use 1 bolt, so what I'm probably going to have to do is drill out a pretty good size hole here. And then once I get that hole drilled out, just run a bolt down to there and then cover it up. And then I still got to figure out the latch area up here. This was just to pass time until, I don't know if something's on my lens, or if, I don't know. But anyways, this is what the FG2 seats look like installed, basically. I got to shove the bottom cushion actually underneath. But, yeah, as far as the widths and stuff goes, they do stick up a little bit, but granted, they're not closed all the way. But I think they look pretty freaking sweet in there. The darker interior is much better. So now I'm going to get on to showing you the front, because the front's a lot better, honestly. So now I just need to start on this engine, which was the main thing. I didn't want to pull the spark plugs out of it while it was still warm from driving it, which is why I went ahead and done the seat install as part of this dyno day, and also why I took time to put this in the dyno day video is because when I go to do the dyno, they'll do a street tune too, and well, you kind of need somewhere for your tuner to sit while you're driving your car. So you know, that was kind of a must. So right now I'm just popping off the cover for the spark plug wire, laying the bolts on my wiper cowl. So here we are. I'm just going to start. We're going to pop these loose. And I don't know how zoomed in or unzoomed you guys are. We're going to go with a little bit of a wider view. Remember where these go, in the case you don't. It's pretty easy on a B series. If you've worked on one, you'll know where they go. Just separate those, set them down here. Now we are going to grab a 5/8, I believe, which is right. Oh no. Out of all the sockets to be missing, the 5/8 has got to be missing. What, is the 5/8 like turning into my 10mm? Is that what is going on here? So I do have to find my 5/8, which shouldn't be that difficult because I feel like it would have got used, honestly, not that long ago. But this does still suck because I could have swore that it would have been laying just right there in open plain sight, and it is not. So with that being said, I'm going to find a 5/8 real quick, or just make sure something's not in the 5/8 spot that shouldn't be, or in a different spot, and it's looking like that is not the case, so I do have to look for it and find it, which is very, very unfortunate. BKR 6Es. Grab one of them, open them up here, and now it's just an extremely tight fit. That's why. Turns out I don't like spark plug sockets, so you have to put it on there, push it down really far. That had me very iffy. Now, get that bad boy out of there. Just gonna go ahead and loosen them off now. The good thing about the socket is it does pull out. Plugs don't look bad. There is a tad bit of oil on them, as you can see, just on the threads. The plug itself looks fine, but I'm gonna go ahead and replace them, because it's better to be safe than sorry. We can recheck gaps. And these plugs are super hard to get out. So I'm going to go ahead and pull every one of these out, and then I'll show you the new ones. Spark plugs that are supposedly pre-gapped were at about 35 thousandths. So Honda Tech says go 40 thousandths. Just gonna give it a twist here, rocking her back and forth, and then we're gonna stop here at 40 thousandths. Pull her off there. This spark plug is gapped. Drop it down in the hole. I'm gonna check the next one just to see what it's gapped at. See if NGK's plugs are gapped. For this car, which I don't see how they could be when a ton of other cars probably use the same plug. This one's at about 35 also. Bump it over to 40. Drop it in. Sooner or later, they'll actually go in. Stop him there. I don't recommend using a spark plug socket to put them back in with. I can already tell that's going to be a pain. Unfortunately, I can't find my normal 5/8. So what I have to do is find a way to pull that out of there. This is going to suck. So I'm going to finish putting these in. I'm going to put the spark plug wires back on, and then we're going to go on to the next thing for this dyno prep. So while I was at it, I went ahead and changed out the spark plug cover for the billet one, and then I had some of my wires flipped, like the one that's down here now was up here, so flip that. That looks a lot neater now. Had the NGK separator there. I just want to turn these downward, make them all look a little more organized. Keep everything nice and clean. I will wipe down the engine bay again. Everything else is looking pretty neat. I don't really have too many complaints whatsoever about the rest of the engine bay, other than the clutch line. I do want to get a tucked clutch line and run through the inner fender well so it's away from the map sensor, GPS, all that stuff. But overall, the car is looking pretty good. I won't complain. I do want to put on this upper strap bar, but that'll probably be something for another time. So now, I guess I just need to put in the front seats, which I have to drill a bracket for. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to install those seats. So I do need to clean these up. The bottom cushions do stick out, in case anyone is wanting to know. So that is a downfall to running these seats. Other than that, they're very comfy. Just setting in the back here just to see, and actually it does feel pretty nice. I'm not going to complain about how it looks at all. Pretty happy with the way this interior looks. So once I get the front installed, I'm going to put the tow hook on, and I'm going to meet up with my homie to go to the junkyard later. But other than that, we're pretty well caught up on today. Got a decent amount accomplished, got a lot recorded like I said I would. Probably going to have a lot to edit out, so I feel like I've done a lot of talking on the camera, but it's been a lot to cover. So hopefully this has kept you guys interested. Hope you guys like more stuff like this, because I still have another car to build, which is going to lead to awesome stuff. So stay tuned, guys. So I'm back home. Blue car's still doing good. New plugs in it. Seems like it's running pretty good. Not that old plug's really bad, except for one may have been a little bad. That was because the valve cover O-rings went bad, so I threw a random plug in it when I fixed those. So I finally got the new ones in it, and then I went to Blake's house. Went to the junkyard, which the only thing I found was these hood squirters. So I gotta take the tube off of those. A blue EM1 has not had those on it ever since I've had it, and then we put the new hood on it, got it painted, and the body shop had some of those laying around, but not ones that would fit it. So I finally picked those up out of a silver Delso, so I can get those in, like, I don't know, tomorrow, I guess. They just pop in there real quick, but it was already late and it's cold outside. So today was a pretty eventful day. I think the Nikon's going to bring a lot to this channel. I think the quality of this video and me actually recording things was a lot better than probably any other video that I've done so far. It makes the upload process a lot different though, which is what I'm working on right now. Is the SD card is out and I'm downloading everything into my laptop. I need to see if I can get this software editor I'm used to using on my laptop, but like I said, no Wi-Fi here, which means I have to use my high-speed data. So my videos never get uploaded on the day that I do them. It's always the next day. So by the time you're seeing this, it will be tomorrow. There'll probably be multiple uploads. Yeah, there will be. There's probably like going to be 3 videos coming at once. But after I'm caught up on those 3, it's going to go back to just do it that day, edit it that night, and then upload the next day at work, which will simplify a lot of things. Now that I actually have a good system of doing all this, I can get it done. But anyways, to keep rambling on, guys, hope you liked the video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you're new, comment whatever you feel like. Let me know what you think. And thanks for you who thanks for you who are already subscribed, who keep watching. Like I said, hit that like button, guys. And I'm out.